EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Houston Texans. On the visitors' sideline, there's Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. His guys got the season started on a high note, a home victory in the opener. Opposite him on the Texans sideline, DeMeco Ryans. His guys also winners in week 1, so a couple of 1-0 teams ready to get after it here. Teams here each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Draw play for Brown. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive, that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They run it with P-Ryan on 1st down. And manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run again with P-Ryan. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And the Texans first down.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Here is 3rd and 5.
Complete to Dalton Schultz. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
And Stroud now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Naimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, this jet sweep is so popular now in football, but Charles, here's the downside, a turnover.
Yeah, because you want so badly to get the ball in the hands of your receivers, let him try and create something. I think that when he took the handoff, he was thinking something big. Instead, he didn't feel the pressure, and the ball came free.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Texans first down.
Here's Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Stroud sets up the play action. A quick throw there is incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone.
To force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. For the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Brown. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Here's Stroud. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Stroud to throw it. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Stroud able to get away. Under pressure, they got him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
The Texans send the punter out. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
An inside give, Brown. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Looking to put a drive together. Stroud looking to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So nice run there, but negated by the illegal block in the back.
Yeah, and on that type of a play as a receiver, you just want to kind of hold your guy up on the outside, do a little stop blocking with him. But this time, got a little too aggressive, and out came the flag.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line.
It's 4th down.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Jones. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. 2nd down and 8. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Burrow will throw. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Now it's Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. McPherson's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down
Looking to throw. Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First down. A 5-yard gain on the
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. This is Brown going up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. They'll hand it to Pirine. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Knoll. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Stroud. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Delay of game penalty, ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stroud. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On third down, it's Pirine. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And taken right at the 35. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And now out comes Houston. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
The 34-yard line.
Now Burrow. Open man is Yoshibas. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Daniil Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. So out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bengals' 28-yard line.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Marks now on 1st and 10. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
At the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A give. This is Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Burrow. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 6 on the play. It's now 4th down.
They'll try and run for him with Brown. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. A pickup of
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They're going to look to throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Sample, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Burrow will throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19.
That's another Bengals 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Now it's Burrow. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Pirine, draw play. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. Nice little juke. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. On the option left, it's Burrow. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Running left, Montgomery pushing through the contact. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
At the 27-yard line.
I he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Hand off here for P. Ryan. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 40 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's P. Ryan. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. The tight end in motion right. And now they will throw it with Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Third down, here's Brown. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete to Chase. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 14 at the Texans' 42-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Like Houston's offense taking over again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Stroud looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
First down.
Stroud working out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Texans on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Stroud. That is caught. It's Xavier Hutchinson. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. That is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Now Pirine. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So Stroud and the Texans down by 12, 2:24 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Stroud to throw it. To the right side and caught by Dell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Texans first down.
And Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. That's over the middle into the hands of Noel. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Stroud. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's Watson. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Stroud. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Here we go. 1st and goal.
And the Texans first down.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Stroud to throw it. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Texans 13.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Bengals, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.